So we're gonna do, for session 25, after our 2-month hiatus, we're going to do a in-character recap, or if you want to hear a $10 word, we're gonna do a diegetic recap.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me Google something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I know the Doylean reason for this diegetic recap, but what's the Watsonian reason for it?
You've lost me. Look, I know fancy words. I'm not actually smart. So the way this recap is gonna work is, you may remember you just fought some Ijdas. These fucking Dark Souls dudes.
Yes, I do. I
that's
remember they would gaslight us in real time.
Exactly, right. They had like a memory stealing aura. And then they also did a thing where they released a cloud of butterflies, and then Lee failed to save and got confused because of like weird memories interfering with his real memories. And then, by the way, I think crit Iseron with his confusion.
It's true. And then Isran got annoyed at him.
He crit you, which not only lowered your HP to like 17, but also his crit spec made you off guard, which made the Ijda crit you. It was incredible. I love Pathfinder 2e.
It was not fantastic for me.
But then you got up and you crit the Ijda.
Vengeance.
It's pretty sick.
It was pretty cool.
So in the immediate aftermath of this Ijda fight, your heads swim with scrambled thoughts and memories. I know 2 of you crit succeeded, as it says right there, but even you are somewhat affected and in the aftermath of this. Being in the vicinity of those Nindoru, especially when they released their butterflies, was incredibly disorienting. And so you hear Master Jihui, the founder of the monastery, who you've seen several times in a ghostly form. You kind of hear her voice in your minds. Tell me, have you experienced any strange visions lately?
Yes.
Just now.
Yes.
A faint image of her kind of manifests just in the room with you. The Ijda are also known as forgetful Nindoru. Victims of the Ijda often say they have trouble distinguishing their real memories from the false ones the fiends create. You must reassert your real memories right now.
Alright.
How?
With a slideshow, motherfuckers.
Please
I
remember.
love the slideshows.
Do y'all see a slide right now?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Amazing. Let's go.
Yes.
I haven't used it since Doomsday Dawn, and the module does work a little better now, I think.
Bring on the PowerPoint.
So,
Oh my god, we're in black and white and everything.
So the kind of like memories flash before your eyes, and you can all sort of tell this is almost like a shared vision or memory that you're having, and Jihui is seeing it as well. So how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna show you a scene with there's some text, but you're gonna explain to her what you're remembering, and that's your recap essentially.
Nice.
So she says, "What is this? Do you remember this?"
We were preparing for the festival. We were sat out as the ones to stay out of town. We were the sacrifices, as it were, staying out of town for the festival. We were to return in the morning, but when we awoke, someone who was come to get us had not arrived.
Fog and mists everywhere and sun behind clouds.
You say
Creepy.
fog. Yeah, I've got lots of slides here. So fog and mists, like this vision flashes before you. And she asks you to elaborate.
Much later on,
Not even much later on, like that night, or not even that night, the next night, we had, so when our escorts didn't turn to us when we camped in the woods. We had endeavored to trek back to town ourselves and found it under siege by creatures from the fog. After we put in some effort to defend our home, that night, a blood red moon rose in the sky.
The fog, the moon, and the strange monsters you would face were the first sign of Kukupti's influence. So what happened later that morning, she says, as this memory surfaces?
Centipedes. We fought them.
Spoke to
They were-
us.
Yeah, they were. They were yelling at us.
They were hungry. They wanted to eat our bones. Other consume. Hungry.
They were not really animals. Something else within them.
Profane intelligence had come over them.
Okay. Yeah, she agrees a powerful spirit had possessed these animals. And on returning to Willowshore, there were more surprises, were there not?
This is like an album cover.
The honorable governor and his house, they went missing. There was just a hole left.
A mystery that has not yet yielded a solution, is it?
No, the sages and all the priests consulted are at a loss.
As are we.
And the town was overrun by other monsters, somewhat more threatening than centipedes, were they?
Jinkin. Among others.
These like images of like the 3 leaders you faced flash before you.
Right. Mugiro.
Animated clothing and items. Cursed beings. A hungry thing with genekins.
There was Buso as well.
Yeah. The Buso was the Marauder. And then the Butcher.
Also hashtag erotic Buso.
Hashtag erotic Buso. I'm glad someone remembers. And the Hedonist. But the 3 leaders fell before you and the town was liberated.
Yes. It's in part thanks to the lantern we were able to secure.
The lantern flashes before your minds.
So many lanterns have been of such importance. You know, both that guarded by Ugly Cute to the one at the bridge and others we've passed by.
She sees kind of the memory of you putting 5 coins in the lantern. And then later on, even more coins. But, you know... She shows you a memory. I don't have a slide for this, but it's her putting 5 coins in the Eternal Lantern.
What?
Right, because she was the original the one who set the lantern.
Exactly.
So it's a memory we get from her.
Yeah, she says, I prayed at the monastery to bless the first coin, and on the 3 shrines down the path, and the 5th coin at the town. And I hoped this would protect the town from the malign influence we'd found.
I think Gilvis still has one of those old copper pieces.
Do you?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because we used the others in other lanterns.
Oh, you were meant to kind of bless the 5th one up here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was right.
Okay, well,
Maybe he doesn't have it or still does. Either way.
the memories march onwards. Actually, there's before the next memory, there's a flash of something weird. What is this memory?
Is it us?
It's not. Ignore the figures. This art's not from the AP.
I see.
but you see a memory of like essentially like a purple portal somewhere. And then like after like a split second it's gone.
That didn't seem quite right.
You don't. This memory is not familiar with us.
Jihui does not acknowledge it. As summer wore on, you found more of Kugupti's influence among the humanoids of the hinterlands, did you not?
Yes, the faceless shape changers that lived out in the hinterlands had effectively splintered into two. One's loyal to a priest of Kugupti, and those just kind of, you know, not under that influence, but following along to survive.
Muguro, right?
Mugiro was the name of
No.
Noprobo. Noprobo. Remember the name.
Yeah, Lucy's correct. Muger is the bandit on the right who you allied with. And then there was Zodo, his opposite. You defeated them, and throughout the rest of summer, several visions kind of flash in sequence. I hope this looks okay with the transitions. You see, like, the Wall
Yeah.
of Ghosts. You see, what was this girl's name?
Fang.
Fan Hong Rui. There we go.
Oh yeah.
The Thatchlings. And, you know, she says, you helped many trapped spirits move on. Though, not all. And, like, Shinzo's memory flashes before you.
Oh.
He wasn't trapped, though. Or so it seems, at least.
Shinzo was
Of
an
all of
interesting-
them, he seemed the happiest where he was.
Shinzo claimed he could leave the fog, did he not? Interesting.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Although, you never saw it for yourself, did you?
No.
No.
Don't think anyone did.
At this point, by the way, Hisui, you remember a little vision you had with Tsukiyo, where he specifically told you to save Willowshore, the dead must find their rest. Where you also got, like, the ghostly lantern as a focus spell. Memories continue. As summer wore on, you helped Willowshore rebuild and recover, but that wouldn't be enough, would it? You couldn't simply stay.
Not until we put things back how they should be.
So you ventured beyond the Wall of Ghosts.
Knowing
Which
that the
must
threat that Kukupti posed was still out there.
You see a memory of essentially this whole encounter. It's a funny screenshot here.
Let him dunk that hard.
This whole encounter, fighting the vulture, grabbing the heart, the trees attacking you, and then putting the heart
I
back
think
in
that
the corpse.
was right after Lucy asked, I'm all the way over here. Should I just, go for it and
Mhm.
leave you guys? And yeah.
Party on 4 red health bars. Yes, yes, please.
Literally does this the whole time.
Then yeah, you see that memory again of like Isaron plants the soul seed in the dead woman's chest. A tree grows out of her and banishes the fog from the, that creepy area. And then it's pretty quickly your 3 days in the Pilgrim's Path flash before you. The first day ending at the Bridge Shrine. Any words for her about the Bridge Shrine?
More about just like the pilgrimage in general. Because we run up the point. Once we have pierced the fog wall, we have set out to rewalk the pilgrimage of the monks that were here before. When we had approached each shrine, they had shown signs of spiritual, spiritual. I won't call it corruption, but they were supernatural events, memories, spirits, things that needed to be put right, put to rest.
A little extra sliver that I'm going to add here that you remember is the shrines had been corrupted in some way, but at the same time, at the very start, for example, the Kappa had told you the bridge was destroyed, and then you found the bridge not destroyed. So some had been corrupted, some had been repaired.
Or there was some sort of, like, almost temporal distortion happening.
Mm-hmm. The third day, your fight with the Weather Witch Yogaka. And that's...
Oh, yeah. The one we were very smart tactically.
Exactly.
We did everything right.
You crit her with an AFO, and then mostly did needle darts, 15 damage at a time for the rest of her health bar.
Because she's just kind of out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories about this encounter in the Season of Ghost Discord. I guess some people actually have ranged PCs, which helps.
Okay.
Fill us out like this.
Who plays bow care?
Like, you know.
To be
not
fair,
our
there's a
most elegant
windstorm.
work, but
There's a windstorm when you get a -2 to ranged attacks anyway, but it is slightly better if, yeah, you're not like all melee. Look,
Listen, I'm going to find a bow and shoot my katana through that.
it was a good fight. Sometimes things don't have to be super easy, and that's where the slideshow ends. The visions fade, and because there's no need for a slideshow anymore. The final part of the recap is, y'all remember vaguely what's happened in the monastery?
vaguely, yeah.
There was a BDSM statue that we left alone.
There's also a big nasty bucket of slop that you just loved so much. You loved drinking it. You loved that bucket of slop so much. It was so heart-rending to tear you away from the bucket of slop, but you know we did it.
Stop talking about Marvel.
Wow. It's brutal, savage. Wrecked.
Big sippy.
Okay.
There were a bunch of monks that we helped with various insufficiencies they had and allowed them to finally rest, and tasks that they needed to complete and such, or just being pals to them. We got a bag of holding. We went to a Kodama statue, yeah, and that's.
You helped put the
there was
spirits of the two sisters to rest?
We did, and there were some Fulus that we saw on the way in.
One sister had been turned into a Penangalan, the other had been mauled to death by a leopard here.
Yeah, they were on the pilgrimage too.
Mm-hmm. You entered the room with the BDSM Pharasma Shrine, as Valor called it, and the 4 creatures there that were meditating over it seemed to be like putting new ropes on it to rebind it, but then you left.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Back into that.
Well, it was missing a head. We were going to try and find the head first, weren't we?
That's true. Yeah, we were going to try and find the head first and go back to that room.
Oh, in the art, the head's right there.
All right.
Yeah, we got told to ignore that, I think.
The diegetic recap ends, and Jihu fades, and as sort of this brief memory fugue state you are in for about a minute passes, her final words are, "Be ready, more are coming." And you sort of snap out of your little reverie to realize that, A, the 4 figures from the Pharasma Shrine are down here, visible through the doorway, just looking at you. And B, at the north side of the library, the windows are rattling like someone is trying to fucking break them down.